Thank you for your interest in the most recent scholarship opportunity being offered by the University of Illinois at Chicago's Department of Special Education. Special Education Leaders for Urban Centers of Tomorrow, or SELECT. The purpose of SELECT is to prepare 7 special educators with the skills to ask important educational questions, use systematic methods, and find answers to today's most challenging issues relating to the education of students with disabilities. Select scholars will earn doctoral degrees in special education and will be prepared to assume leadership positions in schools and districts where their skills can be maximized to ensure students with disabilities are receiving academic and behavioral programming grounded in the most recent research and evidence. The purpose of this presentation is to provide an overview of the UIC doctoral program and the Select Scholarship and its components. We look forward to getting to know you through the application process and to work together to make a difference in the lives of students with disabilities and their families. The Special Education Doctoral Program at UIC consists of an integrated sequence of courses in research design and analysis, along with special education content areas focused on developing and implementing evidence-based programming for students with disabilities. It offers extensive collaborative opportunities with nationally and internationally renowned special education faculty. Scholars will acquire expertise in the process needed to plan, execute, and analyze high-quality research that is grounded in core theoretical frameworks and empirical evidence. In addition, scholars will have opportunities to disseminate this acquired knowledge through conference presentations, professional development opportunities, and graduate-level teaching. The ultimate goal is to prepare a generation of scholars who are committed and equipped to lead meaningful change in the lives of students with disabilities and their families and teachers. Because SELECT is a competitive scholarship opportunity, scholars will need to demonstrate a fit with the project objectives and their goals and aspirations. The primary objective of SELECT is to prepare scholars to become school, district, and state-level special education leaders with an interest in supervising the development, implementation, and evaluation of effective evidence-based practices for students with disabilities. A key part of this is the need to demonstrate leadership potential. It is a premise of the project that special educators have unique knowledge that can be leveraged to enhance the educational experiences of all students. However, special educators often lack the leadership skills necessary to oversee positive educational change. SELECT is designed to provide scholars with these skills through coursework and a variety of leadership experiences. In addition to demonstrating leadership potential, SELECT also is committed to preparing scholars to lead special education change in urban high-need settings. As such, demonstrating experience and a commitment to students in urban high-need areas would be a positive. Please note that the scholarship opportunity is open to special educators with a range of expertise, and there are no restrictions on the student population of interest to the scholar. As noted, SELECT will provide scholars with an integrated sequence of coursework and experiences designed to develop their skills as school, district, and state-level leaders able to supervise the development, implementation, and evaluation of evidence-based educational programs for students with disabilities. The ability to lead change within educational organizations requires several skills such as developing a clear mission, committing to the use of data, and having knowledge of effective evidence-based practices, among others. As such, the SELECT coursework draws on several programs from the UIC College of Education, including special education, educational leadership, and educational psychology. In order to assist scholars further develop these skills, there are 3 additional components. These include participation in a series of 3 leadership residencies, in which scholars will integrate their acquired knowledge and personal experiences and extend it to issues related to core leadership skills. Scholars will also participate in a series of leadership forums, summer institutes, and the UIC Signature Community of Practice, which will provide opportunities for scholars to interact with current special education leaders at a variety of levels and develop their own identity as a special education leader. Scholars will conclude their programs by completing a research-based dissertation on an original topic aimed at expanding the current evidence and knowledge base on an educationally important issue. In order to assist scholars complete the intensive sequence of coursework and related experiences, Select provides substantial financial support and additional opportunities for scholars to engage the field and interact with other special education experts. Select benefits include full tuition and fees to cover university costs, a book stipend to be paid annually to cover costs of attending classes, a travel stipend which will cover costs of attending national conferences such as the Council for Exceptional Children's Convention and Expo. Scholars will also receive a stipend to assist with purchasing technology such as computers. In addition to these financial benefits, scholars will benefit from the mentoring and networking opportunities provided through the leadership forums, summer institutes, and post-graduation community of practice. Please be aware that Select has a number of eligibility requirements. Specifically, scholars must have a master's degree in education, which is a precursor to earning a doctoral degree. Please note that the degree does not have to be in special education, but scholars must have majored in special education as part of their undergraduate or graduate coursework. In addition, scholars must have a special education teaching license or credential, such as the Learning Behavior Specialist 1, and 2 years experience working in schools teaching students with disabilities. As noted, experience and commitment to working in urban, high-need schools is preferred. Scholars must have taken the GRE, with minimum scores of 300 on the verbal and quantitative sections, and 4 on the writing. All scholars must be a U.S. citizen, which is a requirement of the funding agency, and all scholars must be accepted first into the UIC PhD program. Once applicants have been accepted into the UIC Special Education Doctoral Program, their applications will be considered for the Select Scholarship. In all, Select coursework will cover a total of 70 credits, with 16 credits drawn from special education, 16 credits from educational leadership, 20 credits focused on research and methods training, and an additional 18 credits required to fulfill the research requirements for obtaining a doctoral degree. Specifically, these research credits include conducting a research project and a dissertation. Scholars will complete Select in 4 years, with classes beginning in the summer of 2017, and defense of the dissertation completed in the summer or fall of 2021. To summarize, Select is focused on developing scholar skills in overseeing the development, implementation, and evaluation of effective evidence-based practices for students with disabilities. Scholars will be prepared to take a lead role in schools, districts, and state educational agencies to systematically and empirically address questions of local importance, and develop evidence-based programs to improve the educational outcomes of students with disabilities and their families. Scholars will be required to complete the interdisciplinary coursework previously outlined, complete the research requirements necessary to earn a doctoral degree in special education, complete 3 leadership residencies, with the first of these taking place in the summer of 2018. Scholars will also be expected to remain in good academic standing throughout the program and complete the paperwork needed to document progress. Scholars will be expected to fulfill the federal service obligation, which requires that scholars must remain working in special education for 2 years for every year of funding received. Additional information on the service obligation is available on project materials. Please note, there are 2 applications required for Select. The first is the internal Select application and is a web application which can be found on our webpage at education.uic.edu/select. For the Select application, applicants will provide some basic information and be asked to respond to a series of essay questions related to experiences working in urban settings, the reasons you are interested in pursuing a doctoral degree, and the reason why UIC is a good fit for you. Applicants will also be asked to provide essay responses focused on their perspectives of educational leadership and an area of research that might be of personal interest. This survey is designed to save automatically, but this feature links to a specific URL, so if you use a different computer, it might not save. It might therefore be a good idea for you to copy and save the unique URL for your application to avoid having to redo portions of the application if you expect to be completing sections at different times on different computers. In addition to the Select internal application, the UIC Graduate College also requires applicants to complete a university application. This application has a $70 fee associated with it and will require providing transcripts, goal statements, and GRE scores. In addition, the Graduate College application requires applicants to provide recommendation letters. It is our suggestion that you contact those individuals early in the process and have them focus their responses on issues specific to the scholarship, which include your potential as a special education leader and your potential as a scholar and researcher. Thank you for your interest in the Select Scholarship opportunity. Please do not hesitate to contact the project directors at any time with questions. We look forward to getting to know you through the application process.